What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the DJI Mic 3s, and this is coming from a wedding filmmaker point of view. I was looking for a video like this when I was trying to purchase these and I couldn't find one, so I'm making one for all of you guys out there that are shooting weddings like me and have a passion for wedding filmmaking and audio and stuff like that. So hopefully this video helps you make your decision in terms of purchasing. I'm going to talk about my background and why I went to the DJI Mic 3s and the lavalier mics and all that good stuff. So please take a seat, be patient with me, and let's get right to it. So a little background about me, guys. I've been shooting weddings for 14 years as a photographer, and 5 years ago, basically after COVID, I decided to add video to my services. Now I fell in love with video, and I do documentary long form videos. I deliver like an hour and a half to an hour long video for my couples. I pretty much like dad cam record everything on my FX3s, and audio is key for me. I need to be able to be quick. I'm a solo filmmaker, and I need to be able to set up microphones, set up audio, cameras, tripods, everything so fast, collapse it, put it away, travel, and go fast. So with that in mind, this is kind of where I'm coming from. I had the Rode Wireless Pros, which I absolutely love, 10 out of 10. I use those now for my commercial work. The reason being is because the lavalier mic still requires a wire, and I had to, screw that in. And then sometimes the groom will have like a flask or their vows or stuff in their pocket, and it just became like a little bit of a hassle trying to like unwind the wire and like clip it on and trying to hide it. And sometimes the wire would come out and it would get caught, or whatever the reason was. It just took time. And when you're a solo filmmaker, especially as a videographer, time is like crucial for us because we're working by ourselves. And not to throw shade on photographers, because I'm a photographer myself, but like not all photographers are aware and pay attention to videographers. They don't think about anybody else but themselves. And I'm the kind of guy that when I do a job, I don't trust anybody. Like I want to make sure that I'm covered in every way. And if they're there to help, they can be there to help, but I'm not going to rely on them. I have to cover my butt, because at the end of the day, I have to deliver a product. Whether the photographer didn't let you know that they were going out for sunset photos during dinner, it's at the end of the day, the couple's going to still look at you and say, hey, you didn't capture those moments. So I want to make sure I'm fast, I communicate, and I'm able to move quickly and keep up with the photographer. So that's where these microphones came in. One of the biggest features that I really love about these DJI Mic 3s was that you can hook up 4 transmitters to the receiver. And transmitters are the microphones. I used to get confused. I was like, what is a transmitter? And a transmitter is a microphone. So if you're like me and you didn't know, you can hook up 4 microphones to a receiver, and then they have a Sony little adapter that you can hook up onto the smart hot shoe on the Sony camera, which I'm shooting on the FX3 right now. That's what I use for all my work. And you get 4-channel recording, meaning that you can turn down and edit any of those 4 channels or microphones in post-production. It's really, really, really cool. Not to mention, the second best feature is that it has now internal 32-bit recording. So it's very hard to clip 32-bit float recording. And one of the biggest features is that you can record all of it into this tiny little transmitter. Let me show you how big this is. If you guys don't own the Mic Minis, this is about as big as like a nickel, maybe. Sorry, the sun is peeking here, but it looks like this. I did color in the DJI logo because it was white. That is one of the cons. And if DJI, if you're listening, please on the next product, or if you come out with more transmitters, can you do like a flat black like logo? I don't care if you put the logo, but make it flat black, because it's so like white and like it just pops. And I get it, you're trying to brand and all this stuff, but I think that your sales would go up if you made it flat black. As professionals and content creators and whatever weddings, we don't want to see a DJI logo on a wedding day or a production whatever. So please, if you can make a flat black, that would be awesome. Anyways, I Sharpied the logo and it worked for me. Now, I also like that you can put everything into this case. As you can see here, we have the 3.5 jack in here. I have a wind muff here, and then I usually put the other wind muff there. I could put 2 transmitters, and then I have another case where I put 2 of my other transmitters to charge. So the fact that I can fit everything in here and be able to pull one out, quickly magnetize it to a groom's suit and record 32-bit internally plus transmit it to my camera is amazing. The speed and how easy it is to do is really important to me. So like for example, at this past weekend's wedding, I had 4 speeches. I had 2 dad speeches, maid of honor and best man. And the fact that I could go before the ceremony started, the speeches started, I ended up putting a microphone at each one's chest, and I told them don't touch it, like it's gonna record audio. They were fine with it. I explained to the groom, everybody was cool with it. I was able to get amazing audio because I don't know if you guys shooting video, I've dealt with the problem where I hook up my Zoom F3 or whatever audio recorder you have to the DJ board or the speaker or whatever, and sometimes that audio that you rely on for your video just doesn't work out, whether the DJ didn't like turn up the gain or they hooked you up to the wrong output or whatever it was, and that audio is gone. You have to now rely on shotgun mic, which is really far away or whatever. It's gonna sound horrible. It's not gonna sound good because most of the time you're not that close to the speech or the bride and groom or whatever that is. So having these little microphones clipped onto easily, not even clipped on, but magnetized to a bridesmaid's dress, a groomsman's suit jacket is so easy to do. And I believe, don't quote me on this, you guys can go on the DJI website, but they have like 2 frequencies now. They have like a 2.4, I believe a 5 gigahertz. And when you turn on the microphones, it asks you if you're indoor or outdoor, and you can select. I'm pretty sure that helps in some sort of way with their algorithms to get the best sound ever. I keep these things on auto gain, and I just transmit the signal to my FX3 and it sounds perfect. I want to say that 90% of the time I use the transmission signal right on the file versus the internal, but it's a peace of mind to me that I know that I have a beautiful 32-bit float clean recording in my mic in case that the transmission ended up having like dropouts or anything like that, which I didn't have yesterday. I was surprised by the range, which is another plus for the Mic 3. It was amazing, especially for speeches when I could record 4 channels at the same time, individually transmitted to the camera and internally recording 32-bit float is a no-brainer. I know that a lot of you guys are gonna think, oh, well, you don't have a 3.5 jack on these things in lav mic. I was wondering about that. That's why I was looking up a video. But to be honest with you, I've shot a lot of weddings where the DJ or even content creators will put, I'm not even gonna lie, like a DJI Mic 2 or even like the Hollyland Max or whatever that is, with a big windshield right on the groom's or officiant's like suit jacket or whatever, and it's huge and you can see it and it just looks like very distracting, and the couples don't even say anything about it. Nobody says anything about it. Nobody questions it. That made me realize that, like, dude, like putting one of these small little things on a groom, it's like the size of a nickel. Like, that's gonna be nothing. Like putting one of these, and not to mention that the windshields work so good on these things is amazing. Yesterday's wedding was super windy, and I ended up putting a windshield on the DJI Mic 3, and I told the groom, listen, I'm gonna put this little like furry thing on the microphone. It's gonna help cut down the wind. And he just looked at me, smiled, and said, hey man, do whatever you gotta do. Remember guys, these couples pay you a lot of money so that they can get the best quality that they can for their wedding film. And if that means that you have to add a little fuzzy thing like this to the video so that it sounds better, I'm pretty sure people can overlook this thing. If it, I'm talking about the black one, but people can overlook the microphone on there, but it's hard to get past bad audio and wind hitting your microphone and all this stuff. So I was concerned about that, but I'm gonna tell you here that it ran amazing yesterday, and it could just confirm that these DJI Mic 3s are the best microphone for weddings. Not to mention, they do have some extra presets like noise cancellation. There's some presets for like voice. They got like rich, normal, and like bright, I think it's called. But there's like 3 different presets, and you can actually internally record a version where you have the presets in the file, and then a clean version where it's just a raw 32-bit float so that you can manipulate it yourself. So for me, that is amazing that these microphones can do that. And I just want to make a video like this to tell you guys, as a wedding filmmaker, this is amazing, and I'm excited to continue filming weddings with it. I filmed a couple this week, and I had a blast with them. They were very easy to use. I kept 2 of the DJI mics in my pocket, and then I kept 2 in the case, and they connect super fast. And the internal 32-bit recording sounds amazing. I have nothing bad to say about these microphones except the logo is white, so just color that in with a Sharpie or paint or something and you'll be fine. But DJI, if you're listening to this, please make a flat, all blacked out microphone and an all white microphone, and I'm pretty sure that your sales are going to go up. If you don't believe me, guys, please tag DJI, let them know in the comments, and let's get them to respond maybe to this video, and hopefully they will make something like that. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope that this video helped you make your purchasing decision. Other than that, enjoy, take it easy, guys. Peace.